Hey guys, what's up? It's Alexander Williamson here with The Secret History Living Inside Your Aquarium. Today we have products. By products, I mean living creatures. You don't need to see me open a cardboard box, but I've opened the box and I've read the letter that was placed on top. And this is from Aquatic Arts. We have some shrimp and some snails and some plants coming in. So basically, David and Crystal are Aquatic Arts, the founders, and David had cherry shrimp. He was working as a UPS driver and he hurt his spine, which I can totally relate to. And that put a damper on his plan of just working at UPS and retiring early. So he fell on hard times. He had to spend all of his money that he could, and his cherry shrimp were kind of his last resort. And basically, it turned out that out of his 55-gallon cherry shrimp tank, he sold 1,000 of them, and it became a business. And now it's grown into a business, and they have plants and all sorts of stuff online. Now, the other thing is they guarantee 100% live guarantee on everything they sell. So I wanted to get that out there. You can also find them on Amazon and at aquaticarts.com. So I wanted to order some Babaulti shrimp or jade shrimp. I love Flip Aquatics and I love LR Brett's Aquatics, LRB Aquatics. His shrimp are awesome for Neocaridina, and Flip has some great Caridina, real high-end and rare stuff too. But every shop has something different. And especially if your local fish store doesn't have anything like this, which mine definitely doesn't, then I get in touch with people like this. And so in the bag, I've already kind of unpacked a little bit, just so I didn't have to cut things open in front of you. But haven't really inspected everything yet. So in here, we should have orange and green Babaulti shrimp, which are very delicate to ship. They are actually on hold at the moment while the colony is rebuilding, but he said, well, if you put them on your channel and you really want them and you want to feature them and talk about their behavior and everything, then I'll ship you some. And so it looks like we've got some in here doing just fine. Shrimp are kind of hard to see sometimes when you're looking in the bag, but those are doing just fine, and they kind of have a cool green color. Oh, looks like there's maybe one that's deceased and an orange one in there next to it, which is not surprising, and I can see that they shipped me more than the 5 I was expecting anyways, so that takes care of the one that passed away. But they're a sensitive species for shipping for some reason or another, and he actually told me that beforehand, so no worries there. Plus they have the guarantee. Now in here, I ordered 5 Amono shrimp, and I see at least 6 in there. So it looks like their policy is to send an extra shrimp or 2 as kind of the DOA policy, because, things happen and animals get stressed. But these Amono are really nice looking. They have kind of like a green color to them. Some are like clear and others have like this kind of greenish blue color that maybe is not picking up the best on here, but those will be great algae cleaners. These are the king of cleaning algae, and they're named after Tokiyoshi Amano. So speaking of, here's some more Japanese influenced stuff, and I didn't know they were shipping these, so thanks guys. But we've got the Marimo moss balls, and these are actually a form of algae. They feel kind of like felt, and looks like there's 4 in here, which is, wow, that's very generous of them. I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks. So I basically said I'd give them a whirl. I have my go-to folks, Flip and LRB, but nobody is above the law. No, is above quality control, and so I'm always going to call it like I see it. And when somebody and I work together on featuring something like this, you know that it's going to be, I'm going to tell you the truth on it. So, that's why you saw the dead shrimp. But basically, they hooked it up, so that was very nice of them. They're very kind people. Plus, they have a thing in their letter there saying that if you are a teacher in the classroom, you get $50 store credit plus 50% off, and also money towards people who adopt pets. So that's cool. Now this looks like a submerged form, possibly. Yeah, maybe it looks like it may already be submerged. I don't know. We'll have to see for sure. But it's definitely a scarlet red temple plant, and it's got a deep red stem, very deep red. And it looks like they've got large bunches. You can see this is almost a foot long, probably is a foot long, from top to bottom. And that's on special right now. They have that on their site. So if you want some of this, it's great because you can cut each of those in half. And you could do, with 3 of those, you could do your entire back row of your tank easily, and do it densely within a couple months of cutting and trimming. So in the box, we still have a couple more goodies. So I knew about these. These are some racer snails, or nearite snails as they are known. But basically, so these are beautiful. And they are the golden, the yellow or golden red Filipino variety. And they have just this beautiful red and gold shell, and then kind of this hatch marking pattern on their spiral of their shell. So they shipped me 2 of those, which was very nice of them. That's awesome. And then let's see here. I knew about this. So this Bulbitus, which that's actually a pretty good start for Bulbitus. I've been, time after time, I get not the best service with Bulbitus, and these guys have hooked it up. At first it looks like just a little tray, but let's undo this a little bit. I can see that it's more than that. And we've got a decent size clump if you are to unwind all of this root ball here. And that's definitely enough to do maybe even 4 starts if you wanted to, or 1 really solid one on a log. And this stuff is rad because, you know, sometimes it's a little spendier, but this place has a good price on it. And you can grow this outside your tank. So you can grow it in a moist area, but immersed is the best way, obviously, where the bottom is in the water, and you can do all sorts of stuff with this plant, and it grows into full-on ferns like you're used to seeing, like frond ferns. So last thing that they also included, which is very nice, it's awesome, I think that's the last thing, yeah, and everything in here, by the way, is room temperature. This recycled newspaper that also works as a great fire starter. We have a fire still in my house, fireplace. It can be totally recycled, which is awesome. And the styrofoam isn't just normal styrofoam; it's some other type. And I'm curious if the packaging there is recyclable. They're very conscientious about that and what they feed their animals, and it's laid out in the letter that you get. And so it looks like we have some Nana Petite here, or Petite Nana Anubias, and let's get that in focus. Very nice looking, very healthy. That's, believe it or not, this is a decent amount of time that this has grown. So you'd probably want to cut that in half, or you could easily. You could maybe even cut it into thirds. Yep, there's a third growth coming in there. So you could cut it, let's see here, I'll set it down for a sec. You could cut it here and here, and then have that little piece back there too. But I'll probably keep it intact because they seem to stay healthier when you do that. So now all these plants and critters, especially these Amono and Babaulti shrimp, oh, I'm so excited to have these Babaulti shrimp. I hope I can breed them. They can be super lime green, like as green as this packaging, or they can be orange, or they can be clear. They have a lot of different forms, and they're pretty resilient like cherry shrimp. So very cool. Very good spread of stuff here from Aquatic Arts. Check them out online, aquaticarts.com. Thank you very much, you guys. And I'll try to get a promo code for fans and folks watching, or maybe just say you saw in your order, when you order, just say you saw this on The Secret History in your aquarium, because my other deal is I'm not going to feature a product, like do a feature like this, unless I can help out my viewers a little bit also. So you get to learn about these critters and I get to keep them, but also I want to pass on some sort of value to you guys beyond just that. And so they said that they would be hooking up some sort of promo code. So that will be a part of this also, and I'll put that in the description. And then we'll be talking about each of these species as time goes on. I hope I can take care of these Babaultis. Once they get situated, they're very resilient shrimp. And remember with shrimp in all packages that when they don't have that much air in here like this, that the ammonia levels are lower or less harmful. They're less metabolized. And as soon as you undo it and it oxygenates, that's going to spike the ammonia. So when you do this, you want to acclimate the shrimp in their bags, and you can see they're nice and lively, so they stayed plenty warm in there. And there's not a bunch of poop or anything in with any of the snails or the shrimp. And yeah, so I'm really happy with the way this shipped out. And yeah, they've got a good story. A guy with another chronic injury, making his passion, making a living doing what he loves, which is taking care of aquatic stuff. So, and now he's got 7 people working for him. So it's cool that you know, I still consider that totally an independent business. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing here. I really like the recyclable materials. That's awesome. Especially in an industry that can produce a lot of waste in a lot of ways. But that's awesome. And I'll reuse this to ship out to other people. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Aquatic Arts. And I will talk to you guys later. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your critters after you've taken care of yourselves, so you can take care of them. And swim on, guys. So take it easy. And oh boy, these guys are going to be excited to eat the algae in my new tank. Oh boy. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Swim on. Bye-bye.